Hi, Gemini Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the awesome sign of Gemini. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread, past, present, and future, using the Melanated Classic Tarot deck, which is what we have here. I will clarify those 3 cards that are coming out in your reading using the Egyptian Tarot deck. And then I will do an overall major arcana at the end of this reading using the Golden Tarot deck. This all being major arcana. 0 to 21. So with that being said, before I get into what we have here, we are also in the Spotlight series where Taurus Moons are in the spotlight. So we are embracing the earth energy and the wonderful comforts, sensualities, responsibilities, and steadiness, consistency that comes with the sign of Taurus and Taurus Moon. Also bringing some of that stubbornness in when it comes to having boundaries. I feel that's being very important as of late. So however that may resonate with you. But this is also a way with the Spotlight series to recognize this energy outside of us and to give appreciation and thanks. But then also utilizing that energy with the gratitude for the energy outside of us of what is within us. So in the description box, I will leave all that wonderful information on Taurus Moons. Please do check it out. Getting to the card that is presented here from the Melanated Classic Tarot deck, which is what we'll be using for your 3 cards. I was shuffling the deck, about to finish shuffling. I was feeling a final stop coming around. And with the cards coming out the way that they did here, I consider that to be my stop. So I just paused. I decided to go ahead and I felt like a message was coming out with this also being a card about messages coming through, which is super funny. Can't you tell? It was a pretty thick stack here that came out. And I said, this is a good amount of message here. So we're going to take a look before we get into the past, present, and future. And just see what we have here. So beginning with this being on top, this is an 8 energy. 8's having to do with good fortune, abundance, as above, so is below energy, that connecting to magician energy, that connecting to your overall energy with the magician card being a card of Gemini. 8th house energy is Scorpio, so that could be significant for you. 8th house for me too is also, I feel more of those stable partnerships being in the house of Scorpio and on the higher vibration of things, being able to come together and work together with others, especially in partnerships, and do great things and produce awesomeness, where I do deem the 7th house being more of the dating energy, where 8th house is more of that actual locking down and coming together, commitment type energy. 8th house could be significant for you, depending on if you have placements there or not. I will say I have Sun and Venus. I'm a Sun in Sagittarius and Venus in Sagittarius. And I have both of those conjunct in my 8th house of Scorpio. For me, also, the 7th house for me, I'm a Taurus rising. So my 7th house is a descendant of Scorpio energy. So I kind of have Scorpio kind of playing there together. And I'm just giving giving a portion of what this means for me in order to help anyone who may be trying to discover any kind of placements with their chart and figuring this out. But getting away from that, before I start talking about myself in this entire reading, I do feel that with the messages that I've received from Spirit Team and from ancestors, divine overall, 8th house energy being significant. Now, we did just have a full moon with a very significant eclipse energy tied to it. There's a lot of great things happening within the planets right now. But with the overall essence of 8, standing for good fortune, and then connecting with the placements that are in our charts, the also atmosphere of the planetary positions and the transiting of the moon, and the way that it has, I feel that there's a special destiny that's here with these messages. And these are messages of love that are coming through. And that's the only thing that I got from this when I seen this. I didn't get this being about spiritual downloads. None of that. I got this as being automatic arrows of love here that are coming through for someone. I'm not going to split these up. Like, I'm just not feeling anything like I normally do getting into the cards. The message was very clear. So with this being on top, we're going to see what's underneath. So messages from someone that's been withholding. 4 of Pentacles here. We have fire energy here, and then earth energy here with the Pentacles. So this could be coming from an earth sign who's been withholding. Messages coming through with the arrows of love here, with them being underneath this card. Let's see what's underneath the 4 of Pentacles. The truth. We have the Ace of Swords here. And I'm not getting this as being about a new beginning. With this being underneath the 4 of Pentacles, I do feel that this is a resurfacing energy that's wanting to come through with some truth when it comes to messages that have to do with love. And underneath the Ace of Swords, we have a King of Wands in reverse. And this King of Wands in reverse was popping like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, with the uncovering of a particular leader who, you know, was given the opportunity and recognition to be in a position of leadership, but not just any leadership. This is fire leadership. This is Leo type energy that I feel has a lot to do with ancestral energy and the importance and significance of that Leo energy. Just being tainted here with this energy overall. So I feel the truth is coming out. Possibly this having to do with this King of Wands energy in reverse, this 4 of Pentacles withholding energy. Because an upright King of Wands is a great leader who is looked upon and looked at as someone that is not just royalty, but looked up to by others because of what it is that they do and what they represent, how they do it, receiving that rightful recognition. And I do feel that there's been a lot of trickery lately that's been coming through these readings here too. I feel that with this being in reverse, this position may have been gained on false pretenses. And the reason why this is in reverse is because this person really doesn't know the true meaning coming from the heart of leadership and what that means, because there's been withholding and not sharing when a leader is designed to be in a position to share what it is that they have gain for themselves in order to be able to help others to get to this same position, and not to overpower or control, but to lift up others who are also trying to get to a certain position when it comes to being a king or a queen. An overall leader, moving into new things, creating new things, and this being on a continuum, that not being possible here with that 4 of Pentacles energy. So I do feel with the overall energy, the truth is coming out about a particular energy that you're connecting to that could possibly have strong Leo in their chart, where there's been some withholding and messages coming through from this person. Let's see what's underneath the King of Wands in reverse. Counterpart energy. And what I'm getting with this, I don't even feel like, I feel this is the same person. I feel this is a masculine energy who has taken on more of a Queen of Wands role instead of being in this king position here. And with the king being in reverse, And not to say that that's a bad thing. There's nothing bad with that. What I'm saying is with the energy of a man taking on more of the energy of a feminine, I do feel there's some kind of blockage, and that being a part of this Four of Pentacles here. When there's an overall balance within oneself, whether you're male or female, with the balance, embracing either one of these energies is going to produce. So that's why I'm getting this masculine energy being more in this feminine energy here. That could be more of a negative aspect. Being that these two cards are together. And we have this energy of the King of Wands in reverse. I do feel that for some of you, there is counterpart energy in the truth of what is happening with a couple here where there's been withholding. And messages are coming through to give the truth of a situation here. So let's see what else we have. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse that's not working together due to a King of Wands being in reverse here. That just tying back to the leadership energy that I was getting. Ten of Wands being overall burden. This being a burden, I feel for a feminine energy that's connected to a counterpart energy and a King of Wands. But overall, with this being one person, which is what I was mainly getting here, this person also is in this Three of Pentacles energy, a part of this withholding here where they're not working together with others. They're not cooperating. They're not collaborating. Not producing. The energy of the producing when these are both upright, and the magic that can happen with two when they're both in balance. And side by side. They're side by side, but again, that King of Wands is in reverse. And we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. With the last card being the Ten of Wands here. With the gold there, I do feel that this is about a Queen of Wands here who may be taking what it is that they've gained from this situation and getting the heck out of there. And away from this type of energy here because the truth has been revealed. And we'll just go ahead and put this back here because that's where that was. And then for some of you with the three energy that's coming through and the withholding, Queen of Wands also has the energy of being a mistress energy. So that could stand for some of you who are resonating with the Queen of Wands energy, connecting to a reversal King of Wands. But the overall one energy of one person that you may be connected to or were connecting to, it's just the revealing of this behavior that they've been partaking in. Not working together, this being a heavy burden, and an ending coming about here. Whether it be for this person here as a completion of one person, or this be a couple here. There's an overall ending with that 10 breaking down to a 1, learning lessons from the situation here and moving on and moving forward. These wands are gold. They're not regular here. This is tied to that royalty energy, and I feel part of the destiny that's meant. It could even be too with the energy that I was picking up on with the masculine taking on more of this feminine energy. Everything is designed just as it's supposed to be in this world as we come into this lifetime. So it's possible too that a masculine energy is more in their feminine energy, here to work on that energy to be able to come into greater balance for themselves, where they could have been more of a feminine energy in past lifetimes, and this being something that they have to work through to find stable balance and consistency, and moving away and shifting away from these energies that are surrounding this fire energy here. So that wanted to come across, that wanted to come out and be communicated. Thank you, Spirit. We'll see what's on the bottom here. The Death card. This being in reverse, I just feel this is like the finale. The nail in the coffin is what I'm hearing. So this could be for someone that you're connected to in a complete and final ending with this person, or this could be about you being a part of a counterpart energy and that's coming to an end with the revealing of some truth. That has to do with withholding and not sharing, not cooperating, and not collaborating. Possibly keeping secrets too. 4 energy with the 4 of Pentacles, that is giving me the effectiveness of how that is impacting the house. Let me shuffle down here. So that was a nice little mini reading for you, Gemini Moon. I do hope that that message was helpful for whoever that came out for. I'll do one more. Alright, so in your past position, I'm going to move these up just a little bit so we can see more of the card. Your past position, we have is Judgment. So this is just speaking out and about of what has been taking place for you and the uncovering of what just totally came out pretty awesomely before starting this reading. This is a call to judgment here. This is reaping what one has been sowing. So I do feel for any kind of deception or withholding, that being evident in the cards that came out with the messages of love and the 8 of Wands being about communication and messages coming through. I feel for any actions, there's a reaction, and this being the reaction, we'll just keep it simple. But this is also an awakening energy that's coming through, and the sounding of the horns on anything that has been unjust. Things being brought back into balance. We have 2 10 energies making a 20 for this Judgment card. That overall breaking down to a 2. With that 2 energy, we do have 1 and 1 that come together to make that 2, where your Gemini symbol is coming through as well. With the 2 10s too, I feel this is a part of lesson learning that is coming through with the 10s and the final endings of things, with those being brought down to a 1, having learned from past situations as one is moving into a new cycle. So the round of judgment coming through. And I do feel that this is more of an elevated action that's coming from actions that you've taken for yourself, that are helping others that are in a lower vibration to come into greater clarity about their behaviors, their actions, coming into greater awareness to be able to really truly do what is best for oneself. The card after this is the World card, and that's speaking to the ending of major karmic cycles. I'm just seeing this feminine here reaching out and extending themselves more than, like, the energy is strong here. So there may be something that is quite toxic here that's being brought into balance. I feel that being connected to that Queen of Wands energy, but wanting to release any burdens, any toxicity, and to be cleansed with the energy that's coming from the air from this horn, that's connected to not just the air within the instrument, but the air from this angel. So I do feel with this feminine here, there's some intuitiveness and having a knowing, being deeper connected to divine in comparison to some of these other individuals here. Your present card. We have the Empress. And how pretty. I feel it blends in with this background, kind of. It's a very fiery, spicy card here. And given that we did have counterpart energy come through with those messages, I do feel that is about deception, possibly third-party energy. And the reason why I do feel this is you, with this being the center card, but also the present energy. Why it is this Empress is the Empress is due to a King of Wands in reverse and a Queen of Wands, possibly, for some of you. Because I was getting that the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands in reverse being one soul individual there too. So dealing with, I feel possibly an Emperor energy. And the Emperor in reverse came out twice for the last reading for Taurus Moon. So if you have cusping energy and that story resonates with you, I would check that out. But with that fire energy connected to that King of Wands, I am getting Emperor energy and someone who was to be an Emperor and not quite getting there yet. And the message is coming through about the truth of that Emperor and them overall withholding and being in that Three of Pentacles reversed energy. So because of what one has experienced, where I do feel that this is you, this being a result, as the judgment call has come in this past position, your glow is increased. And with the releasing, I feel with you releasing that energy that was trying to communicate to you, truth coming through about the background of that energy there. And so with that truth, I feel that's just elevating you. And maybe that's why, with the knowing there and receiving the information you've received for the feminine energy that's coming through here, wanting even more of that cleansing to wash away all that nastiness and that yuckiness that they have been dealing with. But it's all designed to help one to come into greater success, power, recognition, soul's mission, all that yummy stuff. And that's what we have here with the Empress. I'm getting the Queen of Wands not connected to this Empress energy. Is what I'm getting. And this possibly being about, again, a totally separate individual who may have had a mistress with that Queen of Wands energy. This Empress here represents all four queens. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. All of the elements being present here in this card, where the Empress is able to utilize any of these at any time to the best of her advantage, to make things happen, to keep her peace, to keep her happiness and serenity. Getting here took a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, and not everyone can say that they are an Empress. I do feel that the sun is shining on this particular individual here too as well, where they're sitting and sitting pretty and not necessarily having to do a whole lot, and rightfully so. Venus energy is present here too. Venus being the ruler of Taurus and Libra. 3 energy is your energy of third house energy, Gemini. And I believe in one of the past readings, I had mentioned the stars on the crown here as being 16, and they're actually 12. That breaking down to another 3. But that having significance, I feel, as far as Hangman energy, with that being the 12 card in the major arcana. And being chosen, being a divine selection here, one who is going to answer the call, because we're all divine. But I feel it's a matter of answering the call and the dedication and the work that one is really willing to put in, because again, it's not easy. It's not easy. Moon energy, very significant here too. The moon being the ruler of Cancer. That coming down to matters of the home. And that, going back to the Wands energy, that Wands couple, I feel the importance of structure and foundation was something that was wanted. And it's still being manifested. I feel this is a part of the journey. And just with the clarity that's come in, being able to release energies that have been discovered or uncovered as being toxic and very stubborn. And anything like that, I do feel that this Empress is realizing that they don't have to put up with that because of what they've already put up with. And that it's just as simple as, you know, going within and meditating and creating, continuing to create, taking care of any and all obstacles that may arise, distractions, bossing up on this, and being able to transmute from that and produce. Where the soulmate energy is coming through for this Empress, with the next card being the Emperor. And I feel with that movement forward, that's where this Empress is going. And we have Somewhere Over the Rainbow playing. I'm also seeing this as kind of a rainbow, like a fire rainbow. Utilizing all the elements within the fire. That being your polarity energy of Sagittarius. And then the energy of Leo, and then the energy of Aries. But then also, too, with the Death card energy that came through, that 13 energy, that comes from a Fucus energy. That's also Scorpio energy, but a Fucus energy is also Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. A very, very wonderful combination, a very blessed combination for a Fucus. I do feel a Fucus has a particular main mission, and you may have a Fucus in your chart, but staying in this glow, an overpowering glow, birthing something new. This could be a pregnancy, or this could be something that you're creating and moving more towards. Connecting, I feel, with an Emperor here as you're moving forward, moving away from a King of Wands in reverse, who may have had a mistress, but then also too who may have been more of an acting feminine energy. Where I feel that is a block when it comes to attempting to have a connection with a female. It's an imbalance, is what I'm trying to say there. And so with going back to having all of the elements, that Magician energy coming through, I just feel this for a lot of you are embracing this Empress energy within yourself. And this is not gender specific, but a very powerful person here who's very magnetic, very strong, very loving, kind and nurturing, giving, but also having gone through what they've gone through, being strong on those boundaries. Protecting one's home and heart space, loved ones, A1s, and day ones, where I do feel that's more important. Falling away from the 3D programming and construct of titles that are keeping people stuck. Representing this in a very significant way here as the Empress card is coming out in the present position here. White energy for purity, pomegranates being the fruitfulness. I feel that's also tied to the High Priestess energy there too as well. We have strong red energy that's coming through, so that being connected to Mars, being the ruler of Aries and Scorpio. The wheat, I feel, is beginning to grow here with the sunlight. I feel this is a rising of the sun here that's assisting this Empress here. This Empress may come off in a certain way, but everyone needs love and everyone needs help. And I'll just leave that there. Let's go ahead and we'll see what your future card is. I do feel too, with that being said, about the Empress needing love, giving off a certain presence, as if they don't. And I feel that they tried everything within their power to express that they're welcoming love because they are love. That's being totally misunderstood. I do feel because of the amount of people who have been sleepy and not awakened. And being strong through all of this, continuing to sit up and sit strong, be confident, and still create. That's very powerful. And grounded as well. Grounded and still loving, but I feel that loving energy is more flowing towards the passion of what one is creating here for themselves. Valentine's energy, I'm getting with the box of candy here. This being in past position, so that may be tied to something that was given to this Empress by the King of Wands in reverse. And not even bothering with it because there's a knowing here with the moon and the uncovering of secrets. Not interested, but leaving it here as a high priestess message is what I'm feeling. Speaking without really speaking. Signs being very important. Paying attention to the signs and paying attention to the details, that being tied to Virgo energy, 6th house energy. All right, so let's see what's in your future position. The Queen of Swords. I want to laugh. Like, this is amazing. I think this is a very strong statement and story from a divine feminine here. I feel this is the component that they're using. I don't feel that this is a separate person that is a part of their future here. I'm not getting that at all. I feel that being in this Empress energy, sitting and reflecting, having contemplation on what it is that's around them, what they've been presented with, also being the truth coming through, but moving more into this Empress energy after a judgment call, where I am getting that being tied to the messages that were coming through. Taking action as a glowy distraction, but all the while this Empress is here, just as I was feeling before, able to manifest and still do what it is that they do in a very special and awesome way. Taking care of business while being still here in this Empress energy, looking this way. So they could be sitting here looking at you, and I do feel this is you, a lot of you. You could be sitting here looking at someone, listening to what they're saying, conversation and all. The mind that is decked out with these 12 stars here. And I'm getting Two of Cups energy here too, seeing the wreath there. That's the same energy that's around the head and the crown of the feminine in the Two of Cups. But all the while, it's like an instant thought or an instant intention or manifestation of some sort, and it comes to fruition. Working on the inner while presenting oneself in this way here. And working so hard, I feel that, it takes a lot to bring this out within an Empress here too as well. And I feel that's a part of the contemplation and sitting and receiving, bringing what's necessary to them and not necessarily reaching out or going out to find things. Where I do feel for a lot of feminines, I know for myself personally, overcoming a lot of that. I used to do that decades ago. I remember doing that. And it's like, I remember someone saying to me, I don't remember who said it, but if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. So this Empress sitting in a position here where she's magnetizing what is necessary, trusting divine and the messages that are coming to her. So with those messages that have come through, sitting in this position, I feel those messages that came out at the beginning before starting this reading here, having that knowing now and that confirmation, boom, it's Queen of Swords time. Where this is cutting off what it is that has been toxic, what is no longer serving them, what has been too much of a distraction, almost like a block energy that's coming through, and that being the stubbornness of a King of Wands in reverse. Being more in their feminine energy, where the feminine energy from here is not able to relate because there's no connecting between the masculine and the feminine energy. So coming strong within their masculine energy, I feel, is a part of this process here to be able to bring about this Queen of Swords. And in doing so, being matched with a King of Swords, within an Emperor, who is also, I feel, on a very similar path, and cutting off what no longer serves them too as well. And maybe that's why I was getting so strongly this feminine here. I'd never gotten that before either. But noticing the feminine really rising up from the dead here, thriving and being enlivened from the energy that's coming from this angel. I feel it's being felt all the way through them, and wanting that cleansing and that toxicity to remove them from themselves here, so that they're no longer a statue. Because they all look like statues here, matching in with the coffins that they've been in. Being brought back to life. And this being present here with the Empress. And knowing what one is wanting to participate in, what is no longer serving them, whatever is coming about that's going to attempt to disturb this happiness, this joy, and this peace, and this comfort and stability. Queen of Swords time. Being strong in that, again, I'm feeling this energy, you being met up with a King of Swords, being in your power here with the Queen of Swords, removing what no longer serves you. Very intelligent, very witty, smart, knowing when to speak, how to speak, kind of what was coming through here with the Empress card. And that just confirming what was coming through there as we have this in the future card position. The purity energy staying here, growing into this, but in different ways here too. Like I feel it's like an energetic shift that can take place, an ethereal type energy for this Empress here. And that's speaking to the magic that's within this being here. And that going back to just what I was saying about not everybody being designed to answer the call. I mean, everyone is designed to answer the call, but it's about the belief within oneself and knowing that you have that power to see it through and to overcome regardless of what may come your way, because you're fighting for the love for yourself, for one, but then, you know, for the truth of your soul and living in that soul's purpose, and that being very important to you. And so anything wanting to affect that after what you've been through, it's a big no here. And you're welcoming it so that it can be cut off. I also feel with the hand being open, there's a welcoming here of a counterpart energy. This is your energy, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And that sword is mighty big. There's a lot of truth here. Standing on foundation of truth. Having that knowing and that being a part of the confidence. The Cape of Accomplishment being here. Elevated state. And the water connection is on both sides here. I feel it's that fluidity that continues to flow with you as you move into the necessary energy that is being called for. I feel that's a part of your accomplishment too, having that internal knowing on the right tools to use in the right way, in the best way, that's going to maintain peace, serenity, and harmony. So I'm going to move this up here, and we'll get to your clarifying cards. Let's clarify the Judgment energy. Clarify the Judgment card. We have a Queen of Cups here. And so what I'm getting is that being tied to that cleansing energy, seeing this queen hold this cup here, and the desire to remove any and all toxicities because of the amount of love that is within this being, within you. This is the most kindest queen coming from this Empress energy. Also highly intuitive, High Priestess energy. I feel this is an ode to the past, and in that action, what has been the onset for that judgment call? Being this Queen of Cups, finding out the information that one has found out. Now taking this cup, I feel doing a cheers to anything in the past, but then also a cheers for oneself, realizing what one has grown into and just how much love one is representing here and the love that they stand for and being proud of that. But saying goodbye to some things, and in that saying goodbye, the judgment comes in, where we're coming upon that ending, with this being right before the 21, the world card being the complete finalization of a karmic cycle. I feel this is that ode to the past, giving a cheers, and releasing and letting it go. Because they have a lot of love within themselves. They know their worth. You know your worth and how worthy it is that you are and what you are able to bring to the table. And it being very rare. Let's get that clear. I heard that very distinctly. The amount of love within you and what you were built with. Very rare. Very rare. And I feel there's a realization too with that Ace of Swords and the clarity coming in and the reflection. This judgment energy also being a part of your energy. And I feel with the cleansing and the clarity from the judgment horn coming through here, that helping even more of that clarity to see the true value of oneself and contributing to the glow up that's taking place here with the Empress being in the present position. Cups energy is water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. Let's move on and we'll clarify the Empress card. Clarify the Empress. We have a few cards here. Notice where they fell in between the Empress energy and the Queen of Swords. I feel that's about the growth and the progression of you and being able to come into greater strength to bring out this Queen of Swords instantly, to instantly cut off what is no longer serving you. If it presents itself right away. I feel in the past, I just feel that strongly. A lot of you have allowed energies for too long to remain as they have been, and the change being in you, wanting new and seeing new, creating new. You're in that protective state, being this Queen of Swords here, and instantly removing anything that is causing a disturbance. We have the Eight of Wands. Look at there. The messages of the arrows of love, the messages of love coming through here. With that, I'm getting this being tied to an ancient past life connection. And the importance of that message that was coming through for you. Then we have the Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. So let me just kind of dive in on this because this is very, very mirroring. I should say highly mirroring to the cards that came out before this reading. It's very eerie. So what I'm getting, I'm not getting this being tied to the Empress here, these energies here. I feel this is the uncovering again for the Empress, and the reason, as I said before, as to how this Empress came to be this Empress, how you came into being this, is the story of something from many lifetimes ago, ancient Egypt type relationships here, where even more of that King of Swords in reverse is coming up here as a Knight of Swords. And this energy I'm getting as being very aggressive, defensive when it comes to communication. But with the Dark Horse energy, I'm getting that being more on a negative connotation here, especially with what came out before all of this here. And Queen of Wands coming out next to a male energy here, where I'm getting that being the King of Wands in reverse. Also the Four of Pentacles energy, where it could be a couple here being a part of soulmate energy that was in your life throughout many lifetimes to help you to come into this Empress energy, so that as you are in this Empress energy, you're able to help others too, if they are open to receiving that. The message being very strong here. I'm not getting this as anything else, where it could be about arrows of love that are coming through from a masculine to you who thinks that you're a queen. I'm not getting that at all, because there's no comparison. You're strong in this Empress energy, and anything that comes near it, just with this being in the past position, I feel that just speaks to the growth of you and what was necessary, learning from being this Queen of Cups a bit too much. And I'm just not getting this Queen of Wands being tied to this Empress energy here at all, because that came out with the King of Swords, or excuse me, and this could be King of Swords energy here too, with the King of Wands in reverse energy. But this Knight of Swords energy, I'm just being that a part of immature behavior, communication, being overly aggressive, not being nice with their words. Very much tied to that King of Wands in reverse. And so with the Queen of Wands being next to this, again, I just feel that this is a compact message here that's mirroring the same message that came out before as the underlying energy to how one became this Empress energy here. Having that knowing, double confirmation. I feel even with more of the message coming through about third-party energy or a past lifetime energy that was designed for you to meet up again with, to bring it to a close. You're bringing it to a close here. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, I was seeing if I was getting anything else, but I'm not. Let's go ahead and we'll clarify the Queen of Swords. That's a whole lot. Oh my goodness. I did see the Page of Cups. That could be an apology. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. I just looked at the clock. It's 14:11. Wayne Brady is on TV. Some of you may like Wayne Brady. Shout out to Wayne Brady. So we have quite a bit coming through here. This has been coming out heavily as no foolery and strong feminine readings an energy of anyone immature coming through. No. So what all we have here, we have Page of Pentacles. We have a Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have a Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Two of Swords in reverse. And then the energy of Twin Flame energy with the Temperance card. This card being a card of 14, breaking down to a 5. Overall speaking to patience and divine intervention. But I feel with the strength of one being in this Queen of Swords here, it's creating new and welcoming these energies here. I feel this is about, with the patience energy, being upright out of all of these here. That coming through with what I was getting as this Empress here. Straight smooth with it. Totally bossing and being in one particular place while being able to be somewhere totally different at the same time. Taking care of business. And I feel that this is that action here. And maybe that's why I'm also too getting this Queen of Wands energy not being connected to this Empress energy here. Because you're realm hopping. You are realm hopping as an Empress. Coming very strongly into this. And congratulations to you for reaching this. Because again, that's not hard to come into. But you've mastered this here too as well. I feel your Magician energy has definitely supported the energy that's coming through for this Empress, which I have not gotten before here too as well. And I think it's pretty dope. Very strong energy with the magnetism and what you're bringing. Just as I said, like you're bringing, instead of reaching out, you're bringing the truth to you, welcoming that truth to you. This is the realm hopping here. Being this while being this. Serving any kind of energy that is, this is upright. I shouldn't say, because I did say that all of these were reverse. But with this being a page, underneath a Queen of Swords here, I feel this is also speaking to some immaturity here when it comes to an earth sign. So dealing with younger energy here, that just ain't, it's not cutting it. Having patience throughout all of this. And with that patience, I feel it's assisting in the smooth cut that's taking place by you as this Queen of Swords here to be able to eliminate what no longer serves them. Having the knowing. So the foolery coming through, that being tied to the message of the deception with the King of Wands in reverse. And all that was tied with that, with the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Wands with the Mistress energy coming through. The immaturity of one here, I feel that just kind of speaking to the connection being coming after the Fool card in reverse. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this being about breadcrumbing. There being in balance here. Anything that is attempting to distract your peace and your harmony, what you have going, where you're building and producing, you're cutting it off. Cutting off a Six of Pentacles in reverse energy where there's imbalance here. There's not equal give and take. This being after the Page of Pentacles, connecting with an earth sign who may be younger than you, but then also more immature here, with this also being here after that. That's speaking to that there too as well. Breadcrumbing, imbalance, not knowing how to utilize their energy to bring about balance. And this could be mirroring, with the mirroring energy that was coming through, shadow energy that's coming through for you as a resurfacing so that you can take care of this once and for all. So then following that Six of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, where this is the King of Swords energy that I had accidentally, and not even, nothing happens by accident, but that I had mentioned while speaking about this Knight of Swords here, referring to the King of Wands in reverse, that greater feminine energy coming through here, where I do feel that could be that King of Wands in reverse here, being in this Queen of Swords reverse energy, being more in that feminine energy there. You're cutting this off here too because it's not matching. It's not meshing with your vibe. Queen of Swords can be pretty nasty, especially with their words. I would say Queen of Swords is almost aligned with King of Swords upright, but there being some distinct differences with the reversal energy and a Queen of Swords connected to the reversal. Then we have Two of Swords in reverse. So this being indecisive, for sure, because if this is upright, there's no crossing of these swords and there's clarity between two swords of truth here. With this being in reverse, I feel this is about the lies. The lies of a couple, that couple being possibly that King of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands energy that's coming through. The King of Wands in reverse also being this energy with this coming after. The Two of Wands coming, or Two of Swords coming after this Queen of Swords. And then having patience overall as you are moving through this energy, as you're experiencing this pain and this heartache, these discoveries, the uncoverings. You're staying balanced, you're staying grounded, and you're continuing to manifest, just as I said here, because you're an Empress. You're an Empress, and the sun is shining on you. There's destiny here with those who have continued to walk with integrity and stayed on the right path. The blessings continue to come. It's a matter of tapping into that energy and being aware and awake to be able to grab those and take the opportunity. And I feel that's with these signs here, these Egyptian messages that are all around these cards here. Scorpio energy coming through there too. But the 5 overall being about change. This could also be related to sexual passion, and that possibly being an underlying reason of what has taken place with more people who have been sleepy. And when I say that, also too, it's possible to be awakened and to be even more awakened and to continue to rise up and level up. Having thought that you may have all the answers or that you know everything, realizing as you go through cycles that you don't. And so I feel there's enough of those cycles here for you where you've learned this, knowing that you know nothing, but what you're able to do with the power that you have gained, you're totally mastering it and taking care of the business that's necessary in order to maintain your protectiveness, your serenity, your peace, your manifesting. And this energy is manifesting with 2 cup energies here. So bringing in a 2 of cups as I was getting counterpart energy, welcoming in a particular energy coming into this power here as you're releasing and cutting off what no longer serves. And the change being here with the temperance overall out of all of these here. This could also be someone that is coming in to your life. This could be that King of Swords energy that I was feeling here, aligning with this Queen of Swords energy and not a King of Swords energy that I was getting here with that energy. I'm getting these as being 2 separate people with the renewal energy that's coming through where I feel your back completely turned to whatever it is you've experienced before because you want something new. That being a part of the Ace of Swords energy that came through, where I'm not getting those being the same swords either. I feel that Ace of Swords that came through was about the clarity and the truth, where this Ace of Swords is about something completely new that you're welcoming in because of what you've experienced before. This is a card of Sagittarius here too as well. Your polarity energy, so that shadow work and the patience. I feel the testament of your patience and how patient you have been, given what it is that you've been through and what you've experienced, and still being able to power up and level up and still take care of business. Very impressive. Very impressive. And if anybody has not told you, great job. Magnificent job. This is a very long reading. All right, let's get to, but I feel it's very necessary. So let's get to your major arcana. Your Gemini moons. We have the sun. So this is happiness and joy that's coming through with the transformations that you've been through. And that sun energy that's surrounding you that was coming through very strong in this Empress card, being represented here with the happiness energy that we have here in the actual sun card, the card of 19 in the major arcana. There's a removal of a mask here. And I feel that just being a part of what I just said about, you know, coming to a certain elevation and learning that you know nothing and that there's always more that you could be bringing in and receiving, and being open to this, taking the mask off of anything from a past cycle, having your back completely to this, that being a part of that energy there, transforming in a rebirth energy here too, that being tied to the 13, the card of 13 being the death card, and that a fucus energy that was coming through. The 13 comes right before this card here in the temperance, so that transitioning, speaking as to the change and the growth that has taken place for you, but the end result overall being about that happiness and that peace. The state of elevation that you've reached and that you continue to reach even higher into as you progress and you grow. Some of you, I'm getting, this is you realm hopping, being on it looks like a rock here, but a surfboard type energy here, surfing through realms while you are sitting pretty with this energy here, but traveling and doing the work that's necessary to maintain your peace, your happiness, your serenity, what it is that you're manifesting and wanting to bring in, that you're birthing of anew here. The rebirth energy of yourself here coming through here with that energy there too as well, with the death card energy and the sun card energy being present here, and having patience overall. Twin flame energy, for some of you, you could be welcoming in your twin flame, having released and going through a major karmic cycle here. This 19 is also before the judgment energy here. So the special components that are coming together in order to assist you to move you and who it is you've been connecting to through a major cycle coming to an ending here, and a renewal energy, so that you can keep glowing, keep smiling, and keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. So you may have a best friend that's coming in. That's from the song That's What Friends Are For. I'll leave that in the description box. That's really pretty. I feel that's a favorite song for some of you too, and that means something to you. Friendship being very important, and the importance of partnership. Where I was getting, you know, I feel that, you know, for a while you may have given off this energy that you're totally fine, you don't need anyone, but the Empress has a counterpart energy. We all have that masculine, it's the two-part energy within us. We all have that within us. So no one can ever just really be by themselves. That's just not, it's not feasible for the energetic flow of what takes place within us, especially when it comes to manifesting and the direct connect that can take place with the hangman energy that was coming through, and then the 3 energy overall with masculine, feminine, and the importance of the divine connection being there. It's breaking down to an overall 1 energy with the 1 and the 9. That's speaking to a new beginning, also contributing to that rebirth and renewal energy. But very blissful here, and anything coming about from cycles, you're learning from this, building more boundaries for yourself, increasing your glow, being communicated to, and allowing things to come to you. I feel this is about messages that you're bringing in for yourself, because the truth has not been wanting. I feel the energies you've been dealing with have just not been upfront, and the importance of that friendship coming through there too as well. And we do have a spider that wanted to make its way into the reading. I'm going to let him hang out, and then I'm going to take him outside. He's still kind of hanging out over there, but that spider energy, getting this being connected to the Queen of Wands is what I'm channeling, and my ears are ringing. So I'm going to put a card here so that they don't crawl off. And that being a part of the distraction energy that is coming through for you too as well. And the importance, the recognition that you're rightfully deserved of here is coming through for you. And as much as that may be attempted to try to block, you're magnetizing the truth towards you, because there have been others around you as you've been on different levels and have leveled up that have remained in these cycles here. That's going very, very far back here. And so you are coming more into greater power here to be able to bring the truth to you. And this is helping you to progress and to glow, and to not be stagnant, but to shed what no longer serves you, to renew your energy and to be revived here with the sun energy and come into even greater happiness and joy and peace and abundance and success. We have the full energy on the bottom. I feel that's tied to that foolery energy overall, but then the renewal of yourself because of you cutting off reversal full energy here. Four of Cups here. And with this, I'm just getting, you know, being bored, being over it, and making the change within yourself to create the change that's necessary for your design plan. And then underneath here, look at there. Totally renewal energy. You're just not taking it anymore. You're not taking any stuff, any crap, any BS. You're all about renewal energy that is going to help you and to help others that are on very similar paths. But I feel you're doing this also too for future generations, that being very important there too. All right, and stability is a 4, being very important. So that contributing to the energy of you sitting pretty there too as well. You have 3 full energies in your card. So this could also be speaking to the amount of cycles that you have gone through and what it is that you've overcome in order to come into this Empress energy here. And the reason why you're utilizing this Queen of Swords and what it is that you're cutting off behind all this, because you've had the patience. And now you're bringing in what is rightfully deserved and rightfully meant for you. All blocks removed. No fooleries. And any kind of full energy is totally speaking to leap of faith energy I'm getting here too, with an energy you're welcoming. This could be someone who's also too willing to take a leap of faith just as you are too, as we do have 2 upright full energies here. And then a reversal energy of the full energy that's present here. So that could be about the releasing of one energy, taking a leap of faith when it comes to yourself and being met and matched with that same energy of the full, coming into wholeness and balance. After judgment, endings, clarity, greater strength and power, movement forward, being in that Queen of Swords. So Gemini Moons, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, and empowering for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support, and welcome to all new subscribers. I wish you all the very best, and until we meet again, take great care. I love you. Peace.